What's going on, Flyers fans? It's your boy Sal G here with you tonight on another edition of Clear the Ice here on It's a Wrap Sports Network. Please make sure you click the like button for your boy, a like button for It's a Wrap Network. Hit that bell button for notifications so you get all the latest hotness from YouTube directly to your feeds. You never miss a show on It's a Wrap Network. And share and subscribe with all your friends and family. Get the word out. It's a Wrap. Appreciate it. Appreciate all the support from everyone. Well, man, the Flyers definitely need a lot of support. The second half of the NHL season has begun for the Flyers, and not the way we wanted. Just seems like team after team that they face is a complete buzzsaw, and the Flyers get smoked in this one, 4-1 against the Dallas Stars. Dallas Stars now go to 26-13-1, and the Flyers now fall to 17-20-5. Uh, it's a tough one for the Fly guys tonight. It just seemed like the Stars smothered the Flyers. They didn't have much of an opportunity. They were always on their heels playing defense, and just when they were trying to get on offense, just couldn't do anything. Flyers had some bad luck in this one, too. The Flyers couldn't connect with any passes on offense. I mean, they did get one goal in this one, but man, that was a lucky break goal. Goal went off, the puck went off the boards and was able to get deposited into the net. But other than that, so many shots couldn't connect. They were hitting the post, hitting the crossbar, just hitting iron. I mean, we were hitting iron 3 or 4 times in this game, and just passes cross ice, passes were opportunities for open nets for the Flyers, and they just couldn't connect, either poke checked away or missed on the pass. Real tough game and tough team. It's hard to watch these guys, man. I mean, they're definitely trying. They're trying their butts off. I don't blame the coaching. It's definitely a personnel issue. I don't think Tortorella is doing a bad job. You can only do so much with what you have out there, and what you're trotting out isn't good enough to beat the top tier teams in the NHL. It just isn't. Dallas, I mean, say what you want about the Flyers, whether you want to say the coaching stinks or the players stink, but the Dallas Stars are an absolute buzzsaw right now. Coming into the game, they were 6-0-1, and now they are 7-0-1 in their last 8 games. The Flyers are now 0-3-1 in their last 4 games. Shot totals for the game are not far off. Flyers had 26 shots on goal, where Dallas Stars had 23. Uh, Fortunately for Dallas, or unfortunately for the Flyers, you said a lot of those shots weren't quality shots. They didn't have it. They just didn't have playmaking opportunities that Dallas had. Dallas had some breaks too. One of the goals where just the puck was bouncing around the ice. That was a tough one for Urson. But I don't think Urson had a particularly good game. I don't think the defense played that well. And again, if you don't have the personnel to compete, if you don't have the horses in the race, you're not going to win many of those races. All right, let's see. We got any I see a lot of people watching here. Let's see. Let's break this game down a bit. I don't think this one's going to go long. I feel like this is going to be a short one here. But let's get into it. And well, we could break down the first half a little bit. See what stats I got for you guys. Excuse me. All right, where am I at with my pages here? Okay, so Dallas right now has the longest point streak in the NHL, as I mentioned. Now extending that point streak, 7-0-1 in their last 8 games. Shots on goal in the first period was tied even, 9-9 apiece. Dallas got scored first. Of course, it was pretty much all Dallas in this game. Dallas scored a goal 1 minute and 45 seconds into the first period. Maverick Bourque tip in goal, backhand shot, puck bounce. This was the puck bouncing around. It was a fortuitous bouncing puck for the Dallas Stars. Flyers were out of position. Not much Urson can do on that one. An assist by Dumba and Stinkoven. Dallas goes up 1-0. And then Dallas gets a goal later on in the period, 9:38 in. Nintz gets a tip-in goal. Urson had a rebound, came off of him, couldn't corral it, and Nintz just tipped it in. Assist by Dadenoff and Robertson. And Dallas, you're already down 2-0 now at this point. Well, Dallas is very difficult to score against. They are fourth in the NHL in goals against average, 2.54. And that number just went down after today's win. Tippett, Owen Tippett, has great success against Dallas Stars. Well, not much to show for it in this one. He had 8 points in 9 games versus Dallas. And no points for Tippett. Thought maybe he might have got something there, but he didn't because there was only one goal. And the guys that got assists were not Owen Tippett. So Owen Tippett now has 8 points in 10 games versus Dallas. Flyers had an opportunity, though, in the first period on a power play, 17:08 into the period. Dumba got called for a hooking penalty. Flyers couldn't do squat. Penalty kill. Dallas excels at that, 84.8%, which is good for second in the NHL. The Flyers' power play just keeps getting worse and worse. Dallas has a pretty bad power play too, but not as bad as the Flyers. 29th in the league, 14.9%. And at home, they are 5 for 54 on the power play coming into the game. So not that good, guys. Not that good. And the Flyers fans let the Flyers have it right after the first period. They were booing their butts off, pretty much booed after every period in this game. Second period, shots on goal, again, pretty much even. Flyers had 8 shots on goal to Dallas's 9. 4:34 into the period. There was a great save by Sam Ersson. Tried to keep the game close. He was a diving, sprawling save. Ristolainen and Zamula were also on the ice at that time for almost 4 minutes. That is a lot, and they were gassed. Unfortunately, though, with the Flyers only scoring 1 goal, the 2 goals that Dallas scored were just enough to win. 8:41 in the second period, Dallas gets a goal by Wyatt Johnson. He had a wrist shot. It was a turnover by the Flyers. They had a 3-on-1 odd man rush, and they sniped that shot in. Assist by Ben and Lundqvist. Dallas is up 3-0 at that point. Mishkov. Any concerns about Mishkov from you guys? It could be that he hit the rookie wall, the rookie grind, as they say. He now has 2 points in 13 games. Apparently, Torts is not worried about it. And maybe we shouldn't be, because in the previous game against Toronto, Mishkov had like 7 or 8 shots himself on goal. So when you're doing that, eventually some of those goals are going to go in, and maybe a hat trick's not too far off. Unfortunately, in this game, he was -3. So for all you fans who count plus minus, and I typically do with the defense, some people discount that, but I still think it's a good indicator of whether or not, your defense fares with your forwards on the ice as well. So Mishkov, not good, -3. And I know that's something Torts wants him to work on, is his defense. He doesn't want him cherry picking shots, hanging out at the blue line, just waiting for that blue light special to come up. He wants him to, try and break up pucks for a back check, do what you need to do on defense to stay competitive in the game. And as I mentioned, the Flyers just couldn't connect with passes, had opportunities for empty net goals. Shots on goals were hitting the post, hitting crossbar, hitting metal, hitting iron. And it's just not your night, I guess. And not making excuses. The Flyers are not a good team, and Dallas Stars are very good. But there were opportunities for the Flyers in this game. Speaking of opportunities, 14:34 in the second period. Konechny's shot hit the post. Again, another bad luck shot there. That was a snipe by Konechny, just a half inch off there. And again, at the conclusion of the second period, fans show their disapproval with the team's performance. They boo the heck out of the Flyers. They're just on defense way too much in this game. No juice on offense. It just looks like by the time they're playing offense, the lines are gassed, and they just can't make anything happen there. Third period, Dallas has a power play 19 seconds in. Flyers able to penalty kill. I mentioned the Dallas Stars also stink on the power play. They are 27th in the league at 16.8%. And the Flyers penalty kill is just right in the middle of the NHL there at 16th place, good for seven. They have a 78.4% penalty kill. Used to be a lot better earlier in the year. They need to work on that, but they were able to successfully kill the penalty in this one. Owen Tippett hadn't also hit the post on a shot. Scott Lawton had a chance for an open net. Just the defender was able to poke check that puck away. And, again, opportunity squandered for the Flyers. 6:47 in the third period. We get a goal. There's no shutout. Morgan Frost would have tipped in. Morgan Frost, where you been, guy? Oh, my goodness. He actually got a point in this game. He got a goal, a tip in, got his own rebound off the boards there. The boards were friendly to Morgan Frost, so he had a shot, went wide, went off the board, came right back to him, able to deposit it, an assist by Travis Konechny and Igor Zamula. Flyers now down 3-1. Flyers have 7 third period comeback wins. They are tied with Dallas for most in the NHL. Unfortunately, tonight, not meant to be. 9:43, Flyers had a power play opportunity when an interference call. Boo Birds come out after that power play was complete shit. And 16:47 in the third, Dallas scores the empty net, the nail in the coffin. Heiskanen scores a goal, assist by Lindell and Robertson. Dallas takes a 4-1 lead, and that is your final in the game. So, how we feeling? It's the second half of the season. Flyers not off to a great start. Pretty shitty so far. Tough matchup. They play the Anaheim Ducks. Coming up next, let's see. Coming up on Saturday, Matty B is going to have the call on the postgame show. Make sure you check that out. Let's talk about some second half. Let's bring some stats up here. So, coming into the game at this point of the season, last year the Flyers had 21 wins, and this year they're at 14. So it seems to be going backwards a little bit with their play. With this rebuild that they're doing, that's going to be a few years to complete. You would expect to get a little bit better during your rebuilds here. It seems like the Flyers are getting worse. Are they getting worse, or did they just play over their skates last year? Maybe that's the possibility. Last year at this point, coming into the game, gave up 115 goals. This year, 147. What's that tell you? Goaltending and defense are doo-doo. At least there's some bright spots on this team, right? We talk about Matvei Mishkov and the way he can play. Travis Konechny is the star on this team. He's the best goal scorer. Would he be a second forward line guy in another team? Most likely. I don't know if he's a first line guy, but on this team he is. 18th in points with 45. That's 18th in the league. 11th in the league in goals with 20. 7th in power play goals with 8. And 12th in minutes per game for a forward at 20 minutes, 55 seconds. So Travis Konechny, giving us great play. He gives us his all. He's a stud player. Chance to crack 40 goals. Had 30-plus goals the past 2 years. Looks like he's going to easily get to 30 again. But if he can hit that 40 mark, that would be a cool benchmark for him. Travis Konechny, of course, going to represent Team Canada in that the Four Leagues tournament, or whatever, the Four Nations tournament coming up in February. So that'll be exciting, and the Flyers will get a much-needed break. I know. I know they just had a Christmas break, but it just feels like they can use a break after tonight's loss. Flyers have some bright sides going into next year. They do have 3 first-round picks and 3 second-round picks. Maybe they can do something to make some trades this year, or maybe they can just do it to get some more assets next year and contend sooner than later. That there is talk about Elias Pettersson of the Vancouver Canucks. He may be available in a trade, as reports were circulating that he can't get along with his teammate, JT Miller. if we got him, he would be the number one center the Flyers need. 26 years old. Maybe you could trade some picks, but what are you going to have to give up? What type of they're going to want a NHL ready player. Are you going to give up Lachenko? Would you be willing to do that if you can get Pedersen, and a pick? I say you do that if you can. We'll see there. But the goaltending, I don't have much confidence. I'm not going to say Urson was terrible, but he wasn't good. That one bouncing puck goal, that's not really his fault. But the one, the wrist shot that was right at him, maybe if he would have came out more than that, he could have stopped that shot. Who knows? I don't know if we have a number one goalie on this team. We might have a bunch of number two goalies on this team at best. And that's unfortunate. And you can't combine them all and Frankenstein them and make a decent goalie with the three of them. I mentioned Dallas Stars are great. This was their backup goalie we faced. He faced 28 shots. The Smith faced 28 shots and stopped 27 of them for a 96% save percentage. It's pretty darn good. He's the backup. Their starter is one of the best goalies in the league. So you have that. Oh, God. What are we going to do with these guys? I mean, the Cates line looked the best again tonight. Cates line looked the best. I know Morgan Frost got the goal. Connecting had an assist. But it just felt like the Cates line had the most scoring chances again. So shout out to Noah Cates, man. He's not a number 1C, but he might be on this team. Maybe he's a number 2C somewhere else. But this team is just tough. It's just tough to watch. You root for him. We're all rooting for him. We all want him to do well. They don't quit, but they're just outmatched continuously, unfortunately. All right, about to wrap this guy up here, but make sure throw up a like, throw up a share this content, and subscribe to It's a Wrap Network. Get all this hotness out to you. We even got these fun overlays. Look at this. Woo! Look at all this fun stuff here, huh? I got a fresh Prince thing going on, huh? With the graffiti art. I like that. Shout out to our other shows on It's a Wrap Sports Network. Mike Lauro joining the crew in February. Worked with Mike at EOP, Edge of Philly Sports. All you guys are familiar with Mike, so shout out to him. He'll be coming full time there in February. And our other shows, we got the Birds Blast with Kyle Quinn. Matty B hosts that show. Make sure you check that show out. The Final Word with Matty B. His show was just on right before I went on. He's on Sunday to Thursdays. Check his show out almost every night. My man hustles. The Sal G Show, the wraparound, every Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, exclusively on It's a Wrap Network. Make sure you tune into that. And if I didn't already mention here, I'm going to put it up one more time. Saturday, we got the Clear the Ice postgame show with my man Matty B hosting. Check that one out. And for all you Eagles fans out there, we got the Philadelphia Eagles postgame show, the Birds Flyby. We got the wild card playoffs on Sunday, 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time against the Green Bay Packers. Green Bay is coming to Philly, and we're going to be ready for them. Hopefully, we got a healthy Jalen Hurts ready to go, and we just demolish Green Bay just like we did week one in Brazil. All right. Let me see. Anything else here? Here's the playoff schedule. Got the Chargers at the Texans, the Steelers at the Ravens, the Broncos at the Bills, and the Chiefs have the bye week. That's your AFC matchups. And in the NFC, the Detroit Lions have the number 1 seed and the bye locked up. We have the Minnesota Vikings playing the Rams. That game got moved to Arizona Stadium due to the wildfires going on in LA. So, thoughts with all the people there in LA. There's several wildfires going on. A lot of people lost their homes. So that's a real sad sight to see. So just think about all those people there. And yeah, they had to move the game. I'm sure air quality is a factor as well as just the fire spreading. And we have the Washington Commanders. They're going to play at Tampa Bay. And of course, Green Bay at the Eagles. That is your NFC matchups. All right, guys. So it's been fun hanging out with you tonight. Make sure you tune in to all the shows here on It's a Wrap Network. Throw up a like, share, and subscribe. We'll talk to you next time. Take care, everyone. And I lost my marker. Oh, there we go. Peace.